I also want to thank our very dedicated Board of Trustees. It's an absolute honor to work with you. And your level of commitment is a fabulous example to us all in serving our mission. I want to thank the Fort Ticonderoga staff who have been involved with this. Their passionate work and utter dedication every single day, living our mission, is very exciting to see, and certainly is an important part of our future at the Fort. And I also want to thank the staff here at the Union League Club for making our evening very special. I want to share with you tonight the mission of Fort Ticonderoga and talk a little bit about what that means, both for the fort and what that means for, in a broader sense, to our contribution to American history. The mission of Fort Ticonderoga is to ensure that present and future generations learn from the struggles, sacrifices, and victories that shaped the nations of North America and changed world history. That's a big mission, and we are committed to do that. We do that through preserving and enhancing our historic structures and landscapes and collections, as well as educating and inspiring all our visitors each year. Fort Ticonderoga is indeed one of America's greatest treasures, and it's such an absolute honor to be part of its legacy. And I'm so thankful to have all of you here to also join in this endeavor. With nearly 2,000 acres of exquisite landscape located on Lake Champlain and overlooking the Green Mountains of Vermont, and for those of you who have not visited, and there may be a few out there, I do hope that you will come visit us this summer. It is an extraordinary place. It tells the comprehensive story of how the blood spilled to create an empire in the French and Indian War resulted in the struggle for liberty and the making of a nation a generation later. And we are one of the few sites in America that has this comprehensive story. It is also this beautiful story of how a family, the Pell family, preserved the landscape and recreated the fort a century ago, beginning one of the earliest historic preservation efforts in America. It is because of their vision that we are now able to collectively serve this mission. Tonight is a very, very special night. We are celebrating the significant role Fort Ticonderoga played in American history. We are also celebrating the work of an individual who has dedicated his career to connecting people with the past and its relevance today. Why is this important? Why is our mission important? In a world where change is accelerating all around us more and more, we need an understanding and appreciation of the principles and experiences that led to the founding of our nation. Recent studies, however, show that fewer and fewer people can answer the most basic questions of American history. Without that basic knowledge, we are unable to measure the significance of the events that happen every day around us and affect our daily lives. In light of this compelling case, Fort Ticonderoga has determined that it must be actively involved in recognizing national leadership in the profession. Fort Ticonderoga is America's fort, and a symbol of our rich heritage. And we have the responsibility to honor those who are equally committed to ensuring that present and future generations learn from the sacrifices, struggles, and victories that shaped the nations of North America and changed world history. After an in-depth review, it became apparent who the recipient of our first national award, the Ticonderoga Prize for Contributions to American History, should be. The recipient of the Ticonderoga Prize for Contributions to American History has made broad contributions to 18th century military scholarship with his book, War on the Run, that dramatically brings Heritage magazine, whose popular readership is hungry for knowledge about Americans' great and diverse history. In reviving this important publication 4 years ago, we as Americans once again have easy access to the most important scholarship available about our collective history. I cannot think of a greater service performed by a magazine today. This is a great tradition with a very bright future. John F. Ross is the executive editor of American Heritage and Invention and Technology magazines. And before that was a senior editor for the Smithsonian magazine. He is the author of the Polar Bear Strategy, Reflections on Risk in Modern Life. He has published more than 200 articles and spoken at the Explorers Club of New York, the Smithsonian Institution, NASA's Ames Research Center, and BMW's Herbert Foundation. While on his many research assignments, he has chased scorpions in Baja, dived 3,000 feet underwater in the Galapagos, dog sledded with the polar Inuit in Greenland, lived with the Conti reindeer herders in Siberia, and launched the northernmost canoe trip ever in the Canadian Arctic. Very impressive, John. In his research for War on the Run, Ross walked and kayaked many parts of Rogers' tracks, giving him invaluable on-the-ground knowledge with which to vividly bring Rogers' experiences to life. John Ross is a scholar who understands the importance of bringing history, observation, and experience together when seeking to understand the past. Tonight, we have the great honor to present the prestigious Ticonderoga Prize for Contributions to American History. Peter Payne, President of Fort Ticonderoga Association, will now present